Oh yeah, they fucked it up. So they better come back and redeem. And after the whole, I guess you could say, them pushing back release dates, they need to fix that too.
Yo, they been pushing them back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's actually about to get into also just all these game delays, dog. It's freaking ridiculous. There's like plenty of games that got a delay. First off, I think what we knew about Last of Us, it was coming out originally in February. That pushed back to May. Final Fantasy got pushed back a month.
April.
Yeah, it got pushed back a month. Cyberpunk 2077, I think it was supposed to be coming out in March, I think? It was supposed to be coming out in the next couple months. That got pushed all the way back to like September. It was like, God dang it. Walking Dead, no, not Walking Dead. Walking Light 2, I think that got a delay.
Oh, you mean Dying Light?
Dying Light, there we go, Dying Light.
Yeah.
That got delayed. The Watch Dogs game, that got delayed. This is like, damn, what? Oh my gosh.
God dang, they're pushing these games further back than KSI's
The Avengers game got delayed too. That freaking Avengers game supposed to be coming out in May. That got delayed too. It's like, dude, what's really going on? Supposed to be coming supposed to have all these hitters coming out, kind of like in a, over the course of the year. But it's been pushed back.
Dude, I'd be pissed. This is why I don't pre-order games anymore. Like I pre-order games on the PlayStation Store literally like an hour before they drop. Because like, dude, I'd be pissed if I went to GameStop somewhere or anywhere and like paid the full price and then it gets delayed like a year or like 6 months. Dude, I'd be pissed. I'm sorry. Like they didn't used to delay games like this, dude. Yeah. Like it's so much more common now than it used to be back in the day. Like I can't even, dude, I would cancel my pre-order. I'd be like,
there's a reason though. There's a reason, because on the real, like, I think a lot of these games have so many flaws, they find so many bugs and so many glitches in it that the character can't probably progress after this happens, or you know what I'm saying, or they find something in there that is definitely a flaw, so they have to push it back. But them actually like putting a date on it before they actually fully test the game to its full capability, they need to stop doing that shit, because all it's doing is just causing uproar in various communities about, oh, I want this game, but now I gotta wait 6 months to get the shit.
Yep.
Who wants to wait 6 months for it?
Like I can tell you what it is, dude. It's developers not putting in the effort, and then when people come back and test the game, they're like, dude, what the fuck is this? They're like,
well, to be honest with me, I think it's a bunch of fucking yuppie yes men that really just all they care about is, oh yeah, this is good, let's just force it out there. And then when they find out that they're liable for it, that's when they start taking the shit serious. And I don't know. I mean, I may be propaganda on it, but honestly, I think someone isn't taking their job serious making a damn video game. Seriously,
bro. Even freaking Iron Man VR got pushed back. It's supposed to come out in February. That got pushed back to May. Freaking
here's what it is. Like I use this company as like, I have to. I'm sorry, but it's like imagine Bandai, the publisher, coming through and they tell their game developers, "This is not a game." And then the developers are like, "Actually, it is, motherfucker." It's like bug. Dude, they're like all these bugs, but wait, there's more. This game is actually still $60, and if you want all the music in our game, or if you want your bugs fixed, you'll have to buy our $80 version. It's like, dude,
get the DLC without the bugs, $9.99.
Exactly. It's like, hold on, I got your bug fix right here. Imagine, dude, I can tell you, I would not be surprised if they started selling game updates as DLC one day.
Updates. Oh my god.
Can you imagine like a giant? Can you imagine in order to play your game with the best experience possible, pay $5.99?
This sounds like one of those old school like fucking AOL CDs you throw in there for the free trial and shit.
No, like $5.99 so you don't get stuck in the air when you jump. It's like, come on, dude. I mean, they already started selling us like half-finished games now. Like back in the day when they couldn't sell DLC, we had fully finished, completed games. Now they're like, hold on, let's develop half of it and then sell you the rest later. It's like, I literally wouldn't even be shocked.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Honestly, it's for most of these delays, the delays aren't, as bad as far as the initial release date into the new release date. They're not as bad, so it's kind of like, whatever. But like when you kind of get to like Cyberpunk territory, going from March until like September, it's kind of like, damn. I'm not. It's not one of those games that I'm like looking into, but it's kind of like, yikes. But then again, it's kind of justifiable as far as the work they have to put into all these games and stuff. The one thing I kind of wish though is instead of like trying to put if it's gonna take some time depending on the game and all that stuff and all the hours you got to put in and effort, kind of wish you just kind of keep the release date open instead of trying to go for the set date if you gotta like kind of push back a little bit, especially that far if you're taking Cyberpunk 2077 into perspective. That's kind of like, yikes.
I agree with that. I would say Cyberpunk 2077 is the only one of the game delays that I'm like, okay, maybe, because that game's fucking huge, dude. Yeah. It's like there's so much that goes in that game. There's some broken shit. Like the game's so large, they probably didn't anticipate that much being wrong with it, because it takes a lot. Like you already know that if there's a glitch in the game, it doesn't happen all the time. Like you have to like play something over and over for it to occur. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like in Kakarot, not everybody experiences the freaking Gohan like clone floating in the distance. It's like it appears every now and then. So they got multiple testers playing through the game. They're like, oh, dude, there's like more wrong than we thought because we didn't catch this on our first playthrough. So I mean, I understand with a game that big, but I'm not happy about it. You know what I mean? It's like it sucks.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed if I already had $60 down on the game. But I mean, still, I'm caught in between. I want to take up for the, but at the same time, I'm just like, you could have probably just picked a release date further ahead. I would much rather a company say, hey, look, this game's coming out in 2021, and then be like, okay, like, shocker, this game's coming out summer 2020. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather them like push a further date and say it's coming out sooner than extend it.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So you won't be trying to like just trying to like rush yourselves, and then when it gets to that time, you just like boggling, and do you have to push back, and people get disappointed, especially for the people that pre-order. That'll be a huge blow to them. But yeah, I agree with that. I definitely would like developers and companies, all this stuff, to like push further ahead as far as their release date, so I can make sure they have enough window space to make sure everything is good, just in case if any problems come about. So I definitely agree with that for sure.
Well, that's basically all I gotta say on that.
Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
He's like, yes.
I'm good.
You good over there, Dino?
Yeah.
That sounds like he's dying.
Yeah, got some little sippy sip, you know what I mean? Little sippy sip. Little sippy sip, man. But yeah, just to add something like a quickie, real quick. I had a discussion with GameStop, right? Yeah, I call GameStop.
That's gross.
They weird over there, man. They try to be slick out there, man. I have to literally like inspect every game I buy to make sure they're not trying to rip me off, because I literally had to waste gas to get in their ass about some of the things they tried to sell me. But that's for another story. Because of course they're gonna make up excuses and say maybe they're just trying to make sure the game is well polished. Well, here's the problem. I feel like the gaming industry, the direction that they're taking is just making game developers more lazy. Like you guys were saying, like back in the day, we got full games. They put 100% effort in to the point where you get a game and it's not all glitched up. And so you not only have the demands of the public, but then you have the demands of the higher ups telling them that they need something out at a certain time. And then they always say, well, we got this extra wiggle room because we're not giving them the full game kind of thing. Look at Final Fantasy the remake, 7 the remake, for example. The game is literally going to get sliced up into multiple volumes. So, I mean, that just speaks for itself, where they're not putting 100% focus into it, especially since years ago how they were saying how they were juggling Final Fantasy VII the remake and then Kingdom Hearts, and they was juggling all that, and it's like that just makes it worse. So it's like there's no focus. It's like it's a lack of thereof. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add there real quick.